Hello, you beautiful specimens. My name is Ty. Today we're talking about the latest Dying Light 2 update and one of its controversial changes. For the most part, what we got were bug fixes, a new bundle, and the major change that parkour no longer drains your stamina. But that's not the controversial change we're talking about. As I mentioned in my last video, they've also been streamlining the story, and at the time I didn't really understand what that meant, and I do now, and it's not what I expected. So, let's dive right into it. Most of the streamlined changes are made to the prologue to quicken its pace. Over the past few months, they've removed the option to choose the radio stations when speaking to the stranger in the beginning. Now you automatically know the frequency. You also no longer get jump scared by the rat, with Spike then appearing. You no longer hear what Aiden has to say about the Sam B. Dead Island Easter egg. And the big one that I saw is you no longer get hung by the survivors when you start turning in the Bazaar. I must say thank you to Jake for sending me this clip where we see Aiden black out, Hakon wakes him up, and then it just carries on as normal. I really like the original hanging moment a lot, so it's disappointing to see it randomly gone. I even turned the cutscene into a cinematic short film back when the game first released, and I'm glad I did, not knowing it'd become essentially cut content. The story of Dying Light 2 isn't great, so I respect them attempting to fix a few things here and there, and most of what they added over the years, like the epilogue with Mia, it really adds a lot. But completely stripping away cool moments that adds world building and character development for Hakon just kind of feels a bit silly. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm actually cool with them removing stuff, but the problem is they don't really replace it with anything, they're just taking stuff out to take it out. They've stripped away almost every dialogue choice you had in the prologue. The only actually new addition to the story that I know of is the opening title crawl, with Aiden reading it to us, giving context to why he's visiting the city and the current state of the world. So, really, I just don't see the point of removing a lot of these little moments, and at this point, I don't know what else they'll change or remove. Not to be dramatic, you know, it's not that big of a deal, but it did add to the experience, and I do consider the prologue to be one of the best parts of the game. I think it's fine as it is. I'd rather them tweak some other parts of the game that could use a little bit more meat to the bones, if you get what I'm saying. Plus, there's already an option for the player to completely skip the prologue, so I'm not sure why it needs to be quickened or streamlined, but what do I know? I just wanted to quickly ramble, as I know some others have been curious about the changes, so those are some of the ones I've come across. Let us know down below if you found anything else or what you think about the change. Maybe you actually prefer this approach, and if so, talk about it in the comments. I'm very curious why. But with that said, in my next video we'll be talking about nearly 20 minutes of new Dying Light the Beast gameplay from Gamescom, so keep an eye out for that. Also, thank you for all the support lately. We recently hit 25,000 subscribers, so I'm very grateful to those that take the time to tune in and listen to what I occasionally have to say. Thank you for being awesome, and have a glorious day, folks. Adios.